Guys, how's it going out there? Rooster in Tennessee, roostercb.com, and today we're going to be testing out something pretty special here. A few days ago, Charger hit me up and asked me if I had ability to test some 220 amps. Of course, I responded yes, and he surprised me by sending this thing down. Kind of a special amp that they have built. This is a 4-driving 12 staged, also with a variable. So we're going to try to test this thing out. He said that they had been testing it with their competition 29, but he wanted to send it to me and see how it ran. Of course, it does run on 220. That was his first question. If he sent me something that ran on 220, if I'd be able to test it. And pretty happy to test this thing out and see how it does. And of course, it will be up for sale. So if you're interested in it, after watching the video, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. We're going to test a few different things in this video. First, I'm going to have to see how much our test radio does. This is one I think that was done up by Cuz Customs. I got it. My Uniden 66 that you guys are so familiar with actually bit the dust yesterday. I was testing an amp that somebody traded into me and ended up being a piece of crap. The amp blew up. It blew up my radio. So my little Uniden is out of commission right now, but it'll be back soon. But for right now, we're going to use this Harley-Davidson 29, which I will get around to selling sometime in the future. But for right now, it's going to serve as our test radio. So first thing we want to do is test and see how much it's actually doing. We got our 50-watt slug here. We just stole it out of the other test table. So let's see how much power this guy's actually going to be doing. Hello, audio. So middle scale. Hello, audio. About 8 watts average. And this meter reads tight, guys. I've said that before. This bird out here, it is a newer one, and it reads a little bit snug. This is PEP. Audio, 1, 2, 3. Audio, check. Audio. About 40 PEP. So about 8 or 9 average. 40 PEP is what we're going to be putting into this thing. And the next thing we want to do, because it is a staged amp, we want to test the driver section, which is going to be four 2290s. So what we'll do, this is going to power up basically the power supply side of it right here. You can see 15.6, probably going to go below that when we key down. But we'll turn on the driver section and see how it does. And now we've got a 500 watt slug in, so we're looking at the middle scale. Let me zoom in here. Hello, audio. My mic is no good. Giving me a scare. Hello, audio. All right, that's better. Hello. So a little bit over 100 average as I'm having to hold my mic wire in place. I knew there was a reason I had that mic sitting to the side. We're too deep now. We're not going to restart the video on account of a bad mic. PEP, middle scale. Hello, audio, 1, 2, 3. Audio. So a little bit over 400 PEP. Audio, 1, 2, 3. Audio, 450 or so. Let's just check it on average one more time. Hello, audio. So what, 120 or so average, around 400 PEP. So the PEP is a lot higher than the average, but that's right in line with what you want to hit this thing with, being that it's a 12 HG 2879s. So now what we're going to do, come over here, we've got both sections on, so you can run this thing staged. This is your 4-pill 2290 section. Let me zoom out. 4-pill 2290 right here, 12-pill 2879 right here. You can run either or. You can run both of them off, and it's basically in standby. So if you just got this switch up, your power supply's on, and your amp sections aren't active. You can turn them on one at a time, turn on both of them. It's up to you. Variable's wide open. We'll just leave it wide open for the test here. 2 fans on top. Alrighty, next portion of our test. Let's put a 5,000 watt slug in because we're going to need it. 5,000 watt, 2 to 30 meg. Lock her in place. And the first thing we'll do is check our dead key. You know, on this amp, I'd probably say 400, 500 watts dead key, something like that. Maybe 400 or so. That's probably where I'd try to stay around if it was mine, and just let it swing the rest. Think about it as 3 4-pills. You know, you'd probably be between 100 and 135 watt dead key on a 4-pill. So multiply that times 3, and that's about what you want to key this amp at. So let's see what we got. We're looking at the middle scale now, middle scale. So same scale we were on for the 500, except now it reads 5,000. And we're pretty close to 400 watts right there. I don't really know how accurate these amp meters are on the front of these. Showing about 80 amps right there. Could be accurate, could not be. Wouldn't swear to it either way. But let's give it audio and see how it does here. Hello. Audio. I'm going to call that about 1150 to 1200 average. And then let's see what we can get out of it PEP. Still looking at the middle scale. Check audio, check audio, audio. Hello, audio, audio. 3K plus PEP. So again, that's we'll see, just talking in the mic and see how it does. Again, I'm not really used to using this radio. Audio about 3,300, 3,400 PEP there. So it is getting with it in fine style. Again, back to average power. Hello, audio. Call it 11, 12, whatever you want to. But doing a real fine job. You know, you think of a 4-pill standard 2879. If you get 400 average out of it, you know, that's pretty much what you're looking for. 100 watts average per transistor. And this one is doing, you know, basically that's what it's doing. Like 350 to 400 average per, you know, 4-pill section. Or if you want to say 100 watts average per transistor. Set up to run low output radios similar to this one. You could run something, you know, Cobra 148, Cobra 2000, Cobra 29, Ranger TRE top one probably would be fine, President McKinley. I mean, there's a whole host of low output radios out there. Galaxy 959, Galaxy 2547. Stuff like that is what you would want to run with this amp. But clean bill of health from me. I think it's a pretty damn nice amp. I don't know that anybody has been building a one-piece unit this large. I think this might be the first one, unless I've just been out of the loop and people are building them left or right. Generally, like a straight 10, I think, or a straight 8 is the biggest they're putting in a single cabinet. So you guys know I'm not a big proponent of single-piece bass amps. I would rather sell someone a separate power supply and a mobile amp. That way, if you have a failure on either one, you can still hook either piece up to something else. However, I do understand a lot of people like the look of having just a one-piece unit that you just plug in the wall. You don't have wires running everywhere and stuff like that. And this is a nice amp. So, I mean, it's cool as a cucumber here. I can't feel any heat anywhere around it. Fans have filters in them, so really nice there. Has the fan guards. Nothing really to look at on the back side of it. Like I said, we just now took it out of the plastic, and I wanted to do a demo on it here. So had a little bit of time to kill in between other test videos, and figured we would hook this guy up and see how it does. It gave me a scare at first because I didn't know my little Uniden had went out when I was testing that amp the other night, and gave me a scare. I thought something was wrong with it, but there ain't a damn thing wrong with this amp. This is a nice box right here. It will be available for sale, guys. If you're interested in it, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Keep in mind, shipping is going to be pretty high, not because this thing weighs a ton, which it is pretty hefty, but because it has to be insured for the amount that it's worth, and it's a fairly expensive amp. I don't want that to scare anybody off from buying it, but it is available for local pickup, and if it's still available at Manchester this year, the last weekend of June, Manchester, Tennessee, if I still have it with me then, I will bring it by then and sell it in person over there. Fatboy, 4 driving 12, 4 2290s driving 12 2879s. And I know some people are probably going to look at that voltage and have some concerns about it, but that's where they've been running all their amps at. That's where they've been testing them at, is 15.5, which is where it drops down to, I believe. Let's just key and make sure. Yeah, so it actually goes lower than that. Let's see on the audio. So when you're talking on it, it goes down to 15. It's idling at 15.5. When you talk on it, it goes down to 15. So I know that would be like a concern for some people. They're looking at that and saying, man, you don't ever test your regular 2879s over 15. But when you're actually talking on this thing, keying it down, 15 is as high as it goes. So let me know what you guys think about it. Drop a comment. Like I said, I think this is the first one of its kind. Could be wrong. Definitely the first one that I've had hands on. Fatboy, 4 driving 12. All right, guys. Appreciate it. Everybody have a good one out there. Rooster in Tennessee, roostercb.com. See you, bye.